Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christian and welcome back to Christian's Weather and Forecasting. Right now I do want to give myself another apology. It's been a little bit since I've recorded a video. I've been down with sickness. I'm still sick, so that's the little reason why my voice sounds a bit different. But I will be heading to the doctor tomorrow to figure out what all has been going on. I've had strep throat. And then as long as the strep throat's been going on, it's been almost a week and a half and I'm still coughing and, the nose is runny. So we'll go see what's going on with that tomorrow, but that we're not here for that right now. We're here for the weather. Right now, there is no severe weather threat. We will have general thunderstorms and a lot of snow that we're going to have to cover. Now, if we're going to go ahead and cover the winter weather first. If we're looking at the winter weather, there's this huge cold front that's going to be moving into the more central U.S. Right here, we have that cold front where that's actually going to be moving into, and right now, where this cold front is moving, there is a huge snowstorm that is impacting portions of Nebraska, Kansas, and even Oklahoma. If you can see that snowstorm right here, it's stretching through Nebraska. There's some ice and a little bit like that down here towards Oklahoma. But that main area is more central Kansas, and that's going to be stretching on into Missouri. Now, as this storm does move through, it will kind of dissipate more into a little bit of rain down south and a little bit of snow up north, and that'll kind of break off like it normally does. Over towards the Oklahoma area, though, you're going to be greeted with a little bit of rain and then a little bit of snow behind that. By tomorrow midday into afternoon, Michigan will be seeing a lot of that snow. That whole storm's going to shoot up north. And then the more Ohio Valley, the more central portion of the Ohio Valley will see some of that rain. We ain't seeing snow just yet, so that's kind of sad. Down here is where things are going to get a little bit interesting. There is going to be a lot of strong, possibly too severe thunderstorms with a very high millibar low front right there. And that's going to push off to the portion of northern Florida and southern Georgia. And the National Weather Service is highlighting that general thunderstorm red stretching from Texas over into Florida and southern Georgia. Tornadoes non-existent, wind and hail is non-existent. So again, this is going to be a more of a very hard rain threat than anything at all. Now that low front that was down here in Florida is going to die off and it's going to move over to the west coast along with that storm. The winter weather and those storms that were up here is going to move off towards the main area, and that's going to be greeted like once we saw back down here in Oklahoma. You're going to have a bunch of rain first, and then it's going to be backed up by a lot of snow and ice. And from what it's looking like up here, that's going to be a lot of ice with the pink and the purplish colors. And then after this, for a good while, it looks like these storms are going to be relatively quiet. There's going to be high fronts and low fronts moving through, general thunderstorm risk like portions of Texas that it's highlighting. A little bit of snow up north, but nothing that we're generally not going to be used to. Now, one thing that's going to be interesting as we move off into December, maybe the 3rd and the 4th, is a little low front that's going to pop up down here. There's going to be these two little low fronts that are going to move off to the south, and it's going to cause a lot of storming down here towards the Mexico area. There's going to be a little storm over here that'll move off to the east. We're not really 100% concerned about this overall just yet, but what's going to pop up down here is going to be a little more concerning for us in the future. And as we can see, that low front that's going to pop up right here at 1005 millibar, it's going to cause some of these, a lot of rain up here in the Ohio Valley, possibly even some of it to be possibly severe. And this storm is going to be one of those storms that it's going to stretch almost across the whole eastern United States. It's going to stretch everywhere from snow up here in Minnesota and Michigan, all the way down in here to rain, heavy rain, possibly severe over into Louisiana, and it's going to be caused by this little low front, and it's going to just shoot off towards the east along with all these storms. And just like we normally see that low front up here towards the northeast, it's going to cause a bunch of snow, and then it'll be impacted behind that by rain. So when this comes, we will continue to monitor it very closely. It is very far out to see if anything is going to 100% happen, but the radar is predicting that we may have a little event down here towards the south that will bring a lot of much needed rain towards the south and the whole east coast. For the temperature outlook, it's going to remain cold for the next little bit, was what it looks like for the central and eastern United States. There's going to be this huge cold front from the north that's going to push over to the eastern valley, like Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and that is going to cause some major cold. From the actual northern Kentucky area, which I am in, we have seen temperatures generally around 30 to 40 degrees, so it is very nice. And then there will be a warm front that's going to try to push in over the Washington area in Oregon. Over the next few days, it's going to be like a general ridge that we're always seeing. A warm front on the left, and then the cold front on the right, or sometimes it can flip-flop and be different. This pattern is what we're most commonly used to seeing, is one on the one side, one on the other. That warm front will be able to breach the United States, but not before it dies down a ton, which will be followed by another cold front. So it's really going to remain more colder than average for the United States, a little bit warmer than average towards the end of the month over on Iowa, Missouri, into South Dakota and Nebraska. Everywhere else, you're going to be seeing a lot average to colder than average temperatures. Now, what is going to cause those storms towards the 3rd and the 4th that we were looking at is a little low front popping up right down here. But that little low front, besides that, there's going to be a good temperature change that's going to be impacting that. We will see, once again, another temperature flop of warm on the right side, cold on the left side, but this cold front is going to try to push into the warm front, which is going to generate those storms that we were talking about. And you can see it do that exactly as we saw that low front that would be up here. That it's going to try to push through. It's going to push that warm front out, and with that following along is going to be storms. Now, here is that huge winter weather storm that we were looking at. There's a lot of snow through the Kansas City area that we were seeing, and it was all the way back into kind of this portion earlier today. That it dropped a lot of snow. I'm unsure how much at this time, but I do know it dropped a lot of snow. Over here towards the Oklahoma City, the green is a rain. So over here, if you're in Oklahoma City, you're going to be seeing a rain, a lot of it possibly, and then a lot of bit of snow and ice to follow after it. Up here towards Wichita, you're getting snow. Up here towards Kansas, same thing down here, except you're going to be seeing a good amount more snow. Sama's up here through Des Moines, and then this looks like it's going to be moving north like we were talking about, and it's going to impact even portions of Michigan, which we saw a little bit ago. It's going to cover the whole state of Michigan. So if you're up here in Michigan, anywhere, pretty much you're going to be enjoying a lot of that winter weather. And this winter weather storm is going to keep moving up towards the more Toronto, Quebec area, in which you guys are going to be seeing some more general average snow as well. So enjoy that while you can. More southern central, none of it yet. Western, none of it yet. We will continue to monitor that, though, as it develops, if any of it does. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, thanking everybody for the support that my last recent videos have received. This channel will become more active with more supporting content, just a lot within the past few days involving Thanksgiving, more of the holidays. I've just trying to been finding a lot of time where I can put effort into this channel and get it 100% out. So no, it's not dying. I'm just having to find the time where I can constantly upload videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.